everyone, my name is Mel from Mel's Papermates. I'm a 25-year-old cash stuffer and budgeter here on YouTube. Today we are going to be cash stuffing for the first week in August, and we are going to be having 5 cash stuffings for the week of August because there are 5 Saturdays. I cash stuff so that I can make good financial habits last, meet my financial goals, and also not feel bad about spending the money that I do make. So we're gonna go ahead and start counting. We have 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 250, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 350, 360, 70, 80, 90, 400, 410, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 500, and $5. So yeah, I have been cash stuffing for 3 years, and I feel like it has really helped me build good financial habits and be really intentional with my money. This is going to be the first month where I have like a full month with my new paycheck amount. So I did get, oh, hold on. I'm looking for my envelopes here. I have started a new job, and with a new job means a new paycheck. But I also now have health insurance. I was previously on my parents' health insurance, and I have a different contribution towards my retirement, which I have covered in my budgeting video. So please check that out if you haven't already. But I'm kind of taking a guess as to how much I am having this month because my first paycheck didn't have my retirement because I wasn't eligible for it yet. This paycheck will have a retirement, so I'm kind of guessing. So for the first 2 weeks in August, I'm kind of guessing. Then when I get when I get my first actual paycheck in August, that's when I will actually get a better idea of how much money I will be expecting. And then I will adjust from there, even though I've already budgeted for the month. Again, check out my month budget with me if you're interested. So let's count this. We have $50, $1, $50, and $1.75. So I have a little tracker here for my coins. This is my Flower Power Savings Challenge for my physical coins. And I always round down to the nearest like dime. So I have 170 that I'm gonna put in my jar. As you can see, I don't have a lot colored in right now just because I do a lot of my transactions on my credit card. So I have a whole different tracker for my digital coins, but this is what my Flower Power Savings Challenge is looking like. Once I color in these flowers, I get to color in a tulip and then clear these out. Once I color everything and color in the second tulip, that means I have completed this challenge. This challenge is really, really fun just because you kind of do it twice to complete it. And I have this on my Etsy shop. I have it in a few versions, and my one for my digital change as well. So let's go ahead and unstuff. We have $10.25 in groceries. I usually spend, almost always spend closer to the $45 just because I meal prep and I do shop at Aldi. I have $6 left over in gas. This was my first week doing the $30 a week. So we're still gonna run with it for a little while longer before we start to adjust. Eating out has nothing, and then spending has $3. But the reason why my groceries is so low is because I still have some meats left in my freezer that I want to use up. So that is it for this. If you're a cash stuffing channel, please let me know. I'd love to check out your channel, and hopefully others can check out your channel as well. I feel like I am bouncing all over the place, and I know I am because I'm very sleepy. We have $20, $40, and $50 going into groceries. How is everyone's week been? I'm filming on Tuesday, and a little later than when I normally film, but that's because I've just had a very busy weekend. $20, $30 in gas. I went to an air show on Saturday, and then I went to a motorsport event on Sunday. So both events, it was just outside all day, $30 in eating out. outside all day. And on Saturday, it was kind of rainy in the beginning of the day, but when we really got to the event, so sunny, so humid, so much fun, 20 and 30 for spending. A lot of fun, but the sun really took it out of us. I got a good tan. You can kind of see right here, here, and here. I kind of have tan lines from my rings, and I always love seeing my ring tan lines. 140 went into my daily cash envelopes, and this is what I will use for the week. But yeah, it was just a lot. And there's a night show as well for the air show. We didn't stay for that just because we were outside the whole day. We were walking around and we were just so tired. The sun really zapped out the energy from us. So we didn't stay for the night show. The day after, I saw everyone's videos from it and I was like, oh, I really should have stayed. But that's okay. We will see it next year. And I had a lot of fun seeing all the fun planes there. And just seeing like, I don't know, it's crazy to me because my senior project was like, I guess, modeling a plane in MATLAB, which is a very fancy calculator. So it was just so fun to see these things just perform. But it was really fun. It was really exciting. It was really hot, but I really enjoyed my time there. Motorsport event was also really fun. It was a lot of drifting and just different from the motorsport events I've been to before. So I really appreciated it. Just seeing a different side of motorsports. It was more drifting. So I really enjoyed that. So now actually going on to cash stuffing. Buffer is finally topped up with $50. Emergency fund has $10,000. This is all in my high yield savings. And this is a placeholder to represent that, which is also in my Etsy if you're interested. Medical is getting 20. So now this has 1,000, 20, 40, and $1,050 for medical. I now have, with the health insurance, I now have an HRA and an FSA. So I'm not going to be stuffing as much money in here because I can tap into those funds. I still don't know how to kind of represent that in here. Let me know if you have any ideas. I will be looking at other videos of other cash stuffing channels to see how they do that. Future is getting a 10. This is just saving up for future things that I want within 10 years. So now this has 1, 2, 300, 320, and 330. So this is within 5 years. I have a brokerage account to save up for future things beyond 5 years. My future pet is going to be getting a 5. I know I could put future pet into future, but this is very specific, whereas this is pretty general. So that's why I have them separate. So future pet has 5, 6, 7, 8, 850, 870, 890, and 895. Very close to 900. And then travel is going to be getting a 20. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 950, 975. And I am starting to make some plans, maybe just a small trip in the fall. So I'm very happy that I have this money here. And then tech is going to get $35. I was going to try and get a work phone where I basically just had to pay the taxes and the screen protector and like all the accessories for the phone. I only had to pay that, and work basically covered the monthly payments that I would have to pay. But oh my gosh, I need to reorder it again because I work at basically like a 9 to 5, so I'm never here for delivery. And long story short, the phone tried to be delivered. I wasn't here, got sent back to the sender. I'm getting the order's being canceled. I have to order it again. So I'm gonna go into an actual store, pick it up at the store instead of doing delivery. And hopefully I will get my phone, but I'm gonna leave the money that I paid for the phone out, and I will still probably do the same when I get the new phone. I'll pull money again, but I will get that money credited back to me. So when I get it credited, I will put the money back in this envelope. So tech got 35. Now it has 5, 6, 7, 8, 820, 840, 850, 60, 65, and 870. I did also get the case, which is really funny because the case arrived before the actual phone. So that's silly, but I guess that's just how it worked. Extra week is for the 5th week in August for my cash stuffing. This is just to help out my budget for that last week, and it has $160, and then $140 I'll use for the 5th week in August. Fitness and wellness isn't getting anything, but it does have 1, 2, 20. And I still, okay, it literally just occurred to me that I really have to think about how I want to use this with the health reimbursement account and the flexible spending account, because I think you can use some of that towards fitness and wellness expenses, but I really am not sure. I'm just going to keep on doing what I have been doing, and I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep doing what I'll be doing, and then I'll just learn more to figure out what I could do, and then just go on from there. But for now, we'll stick with what we know. I dropped my bill. Hold on. Okay. We have a 25 and 34 memberships. I pay just under $25 for my Spotify and Hulu, but that's together. Apple Storage, which I just increased recently. HBO Max and Minecraft, but the last two I do share with someone. And like I said, all my subscriptions are under $25. Roth IRA is getting $90 this week, and I'll put $90 every single week. And at the end of the month, I'll take all of this money out and then deposit it into my Roth IRA. I mentioned my brokerage, and that is noted with a prop bill. And I keep it in here because it's an automatic transaction. I really don't think about it, but I keep it in the bank. And I do this just to show y'all that money is going somewhere, you know, that money is going somewhere. But I keep it in the bank. So that is it for this binder. Next we have my big binder here. All right. So starting off with my car, she is an 11-year-old Toyota Corolla. I love her very, very much. She just hit her, not just, but she's a few hundred over the, sorry. She is over 100,000 miles right now, and that's very exciting, but that means I have to get her 100,000 miles service, and I need to get an oil change. So I'm gonna be doing that, but until I do that, I will be putting some money in her emergency fund. Let me get my calculator. So Claudia in total is getting $50. $30 is gonna go towards her emergency fund that already has $1,000. So now this has $1,030. So 1,030. The goal is 1,500. When I finally do the 100K service and oil change, I will pull that money from maintenance and oil changes, and then I'll stop putting money into here and put money into these two and get them back up to my goal amounts. Okay, but that won't be for a while. Deductible is fully funded at $500. Insurance is getting a $20. And I won't need this until fall. We have 5, 20, 40, and 545. And the last time I paid for it, it was like $455. But now I drive more for work. So I'm expecting it to be a lot higher than what I paid for previously. Maintenance is fully funded at $1,000. Oil changes is fully funded at $100. And then registration is fully funded at $175. So that means Claudia has $1,000 $260. Let me just double check because that number doesn't feel right. 1,030 plus 500 plus, oh, 545. Oops, I did the wrong number. Okay, 1,000 and then not 1,000. 100 and then 175. That still doesn't look right. Oh my goodness. Hold on. 1030, 500, 545, 1,000. Oh, 1,100 and then 175. That's more like it. $3,350 for my car, Claudia. Sorry about that mix up there. Okay. Friend's wedding is still at 1,500. Moving is going to get a 10. And I'm putting some money in here because now that I'm getting closer to my actual move-in date, I know what I want to spend my money on. And some of that money is going towards paying for gas for people who want to help and paying for their food. So this has been paid. And the $10 is going into moving cost. So now it has 210. 210 in moving costs. Groceries is fully funded at 100. Electric and internet is fully funded at 150. And miscellaneous, this is my prorated rent. This has $850. Now in total, moving has 1,310. And my moving date is getting a lot closer. And I'm really excited to show my family the new area. I'll be the same distance I am from my parents. Actually just a little bit closer by a few miles, but I'm just in another direction basically. So that's it for moving. And now we have my sinking funds. So we have $5 going into apartment. I still haven't gotten that lamp, and honestly, I'm okay with it for now, but I know when I do move, I will be wanting a new lamp. It's my bedside lamp. It just stopped working all of a sudden. We have 50, 70, 95 in apartment, and I've been doing fine without it right now. I don't need it. It's just a want. It works, but just like the switch isn't working, and I really don't want to deal with it right now. So I was thinking of getting an actual new lamp. Okay, my partner's birthday is coming up. This is his fund for little gifts here and there. We have $15. I got the rest of his gifts, or I got all of his gifts really, because one of his gifts is usually just me getting some tickets for him for a motorsport event, and that's his big gift usually. And I got some small stuff, and I got all of that now. But 15 in my partner. Okay, I forgot to count my rollover money, my big bills. We have 10, 20, 25, and $30 that we can roll over. And I'm gonna take 15 of those and put it towards bulk food, because I have really been spending from here. We have 20, 35, and I wanna make sure that I'm putting some money in here. I've been spending it a lot on coffee. Really. Christmas is getting a 10. My goal is 700 for my crafty Christmas, and we have 1, 2, 3, 400, 420, and 430. Clothes, I did spend. I got a shirt at the motorsport event. This is going to be getting a 10, and I do want to get another shirt at this upcoming motorsport event. 10, 11, and 12. But obviously I don't have enough here, so I'll just pull it from my spending money. Dates is going to get a 10. This now has 20, 40, 50, and $60 for dates. Family is going to be getting a 5. So now this has 20, 45. Looking good here. Gifts is also getting a 5. Now this has $20.45 for gifts. Hobbies is getting a 5. And I did spend from here. I got it I spent to get a lightweight like camping chair basically, which will be oh my goodness, which I will be using for the upcoming motorsport event. We have chairs, but they're very big and bulky, and we want something lightweight. And what's awesome is we can also use this for camping. So I pulled that money from here. We have 10, 15, 21. So very excited to have a chair that I can carry around with me at this event. And it's really light. It's like 2.1 pounds. How awesome is that? It's really lightweight, and it's very sturdy as well. At a good price too. So I pulled that from hobbies. Household isn't getting anything, but it does have $30. So very good there. Mel's Paper Makes has $73. Over the counter, again, I still have to think about what I want to do with that FSA money, because I can use some of that money for over the counter stuff. So I don't know if I still want to have this. I'm not sure. $20.35. I'm going to keep doing it until I decide. Race tickets is wiped clean. I had $280 in there, but I used it for tickets for the air show, food for the air show, and then the motorsport event this weekend, food at the motorsport event, and then purchased tickets for the upcoming one as well. So I was a little short of it, but that's because I purchased the tickets outside of their advanced pricing. So I paid a little more than what I did last year because I purchased them later in the season. So next year, make a mental note to purchase them earlier, but that's okay because the extra money that needed to go towards those tickets, I just pulled from spending. Nothing is going in here for today, but I will start putting money into this soon just to fund the tickets for next year. Spending is going to get 25. I don't have 20, so 2 10s and a 5. We have 10, 20, 35. 35 in spending. And I did, like I said, spend from here to get my ticket. Toiletries is going to be getting a 10. I used it to get some floss. We have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Floss and deodorant. An awesome story. I'm very proud of myself. I ran out of 2 things of floss in 2 days. What? Oh my gosh. So that's a very fun story. When I ran out of the first canister, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I ran out of floss and used that. The next day, tried to floss again, and I ran out again. I was like, what is the odds of me running out of floss twice? So very happy about that. $19 in toiletries, and then Buffer has $20. And that is it for my sinking funds. Finally, I have my tabs binder. Okay, so we are going to go to annuals, has $5. Birthdays, my partner's getting a 5. And I do need to pull the money out for his birthday presents. But now we have 20, 30, 35, 40, and 45 for his birthday. Coming up very soon. Or our celebration is coming up very soon. And then holidays is going to be getting a 5. This is going to be coming into Thanksgiving. So now we have 20, 45 for Thanksgiving. Okay. And we still have some rollover money. So let me just get my tracker out. Okay. So for my tracker, usually I print these out, but I haven't been able to because my printer has not been working very well. But for July, we have Strawberries savings challenge, which is in my Google Drive, which is linked below if you want to do this with me. And I'm going to put $10 in here because then that means we can finish this savings challenge. So 1, come on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have saved $20 for my July savings challenge, and I will be stopping with these types of savings challenges so that I can do something else. But that means that I can take this $20 and put it towards whatever I want. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this envelope out, and I'm going to put this $20 towards spending. Towards spending, just because I know I have that motorsport event coming up. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 for spending. Okay, looking good here. Taking that envelope out, and I still have $5. And with the phase out of my monthly savings challenges, I am going to be, if I can find it, hold on. Okay, I had to get my new savings challenge binder. This is heavily inspired by Iris Budgets, and this will just save me $250, and it is floral funds. I've been really loving the floral theme lately, if you can't tell by my challenges. But I'm going to put $5 into this floral fund, and I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to cross this out, recross this one out because it's kind of hard to see. And I think I'll be putting my rollover money in here, my bigger bills. So I'm going to put the 5 in here. So that's what it looks like. I absolutely am in love with this binder. That is it for this one. And then for my week 4 cash stuffing for July, I completely forgot to do my Flower Power savings challenge for my digital coins. So now we are going to do that. I'm going to add up the total I had for July week 4 spending and July week 3. And I'm just going to put that all in here. But the total for that was $11.31. A lot of change left over. So $11.31. We're going to start with the highest most number and then work our way down. So minus 71. Okay. So I can go all the way down to 53 and I'm left with 52, but I can't color that in. So I am going to color in 52 and color in the 23. So hope that makes sense. We get to color in a lot of flowers now. I'll be right back. Okay, we have colored in 3 columns now, and we are over halfway done with saving for this Flower Power Savings Challenge. Again, I'll color in these flowers. Once I do, I'll color in this tulip, clear out all these flowers, start working again. Once I've colored everything in and colored that second tulip, then I will have completed this challenge and saved $101. So now we are really gonna get cooking with this because we have a lot of the smaller amounts. But that is it for my Flower Power Savings Challenge. Again, this is on my Etsy if you want to do this with me. And now we get to do my contribution to my $1 savings challenge. We have $1, 2, 3, and $4 going in here. And at the end of the year, I'm just going to take all of this cash along with whatever I've saved up in my challenges, my coin challenge, my digital coins challenge, and stuff them. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great week. Y'all stay safe, cool, and savvy with your savings. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.